It was about 3:30 in the afternoon, January 14th, when Doris Hudson says her husband drove her to the local pharmacy in Queens Village. That's when Hudson says police pulled them over to issue her a ticket for not wearing her seatbelt, but she didn't have any identification. So Hudson says the officers forced her 72-year-old husband Robert to leave the vehicle and run home in the snow to get her ID for her, a decision she says caused Robert's fatal heart attack.
It took away my partner, my soulmate, my best friend. It took everything from me.
They should be removed and terminated from the New York City police force. We do not need police officers who act with total depraved indifference.
Hudson says she had just taken her seatbelt off when the officers confronted her. She was picking up her medicine and says Robert was given no choice but to walk home half a mile back and forth. He returned 45 minutes later, but by then Doris got her medicine and cops wrote her a summons based on the information from the prescription. So the couple got back in the car and drove about a block. That's when Robert collapsed behind the wheel. He later died at Franklin Hospital, and for that, Doris Hudson is suing the city.
He was the love of my life. You see one, you see two. We were inseparable. And all I want is some justice for this.
A police spokesperson, though, says that's not how it happened and adds that the officers never directed anyone to go home to get identification. To the contrary, they told both parties that they had sufficient ID at the scene. Mr. Hudson insisted on returning to his residence to retrieve additional documents. Local leaders, though, say that's hard to believe.
Are you telling me that they would let a driver of a vehicle walk away from an incident? They just said, go ahead, leave the car here? It just defies common sense, and it violates every police procedure.
Before retiring last June, Robert Hudson worked as a delivery man for the Daily News. He and Doris had been married for 52 years. In Queens Village, Stefan Kim, New York 1.